So this radio is pretty good. It's got a nicer finish than the old one, and I'll give you the old one here, or maybe it's just newer. The old one was a KDC BT318U, and this is a BT758 HD for digital radio. So here we'll test the sound quality. I mean, and it sounds pretty good, you know. I mean, it's comparable to my BMW high-end stereo. I'm not such a super audiophile, but I know I like to have nice stereos in my car. So if I buy one, I usually get the premium sound. And I'm telling you this right now, this sounds as good as a premium sound. I don't know what kind of speakers you put in here because I didn't open them up yet. But here's the mic for the Bluetooth. For the hands-free calling, which is nice, and so you can just have your iPhone connected to here, which is pretty easy to pair. And the only thing when I first got the radio, and I didn't have the instructions obviously when I bought the car, it was a little less intuitive, but you know, you get used to it, and it's just good value. And also you can let's see this. You can open this port here, and then you can charge your iPhone or your smartphone. I think it's 10 watts, so it's a high-powered charger. You can charge your tablet, and I think it's got an input if you want to plug in an RCA jack in there. Bluetooth does have some sound degradation, and you know what? It doesn't really, it doesn't bother me. I think it still sounds great playing my iPhone through Bluetooth through this Kenwood. If you want it to sound great, you could just plug in your iPhone USB lightning cable here, and you'll get higher quality audio. As far as Sirius radio, I have it on my newer BMW, and it's really great. It sounds great. You get all these channels and stuff, but you might be able to duplicate the same thing with your iPhone, and if you have a data plan with Spotify. And you know, if you're listening to music and you don't have to pay $9 a month or whatever. So I think this is a great upgrade. The CD player is covered now, which is kind of nice. It's kind of stealth a little bit. And you know, if you want to play a CD, let's test one out actually. See how this goes with a CD. There's some opera. Telling you, this car, I bought it, you know, it came with a Kenwood. My wife likes listening to opera music, and it sounds better than her. She doesn't have the premium sound on her BMW, but this thing sounds better than the BMW radio. I don't know what kind of speakers it has, but I kind of like this thing. I think you know, the Kenwood's good value, and like I said, you know, if you want to get a really great head unit for $100, this would be it. 100, 150. You know, the Alpines are more expensive. You know, I don't know if it's really worth it that much just to get the name, but you know, as far as this radio, I'm pretty happy and I'm pretty impressed. So I'm gonna take the old one, which is here, and stick this in my V70R. You know, I'm not too picky, and I kind of like hearing my turbo spool, so I'm just gonna stick this old one in my V70R. And the nice thing about this thing is it's got, you know, Kenwood doesn't seem to change these connections from the newer models. So, you know, when that $200 Kenwood Exelon series goes on sale and you want to buy it later in a year or two, you can do it, and you don't really have to redo the harness. You can probably just plug it into the existing harness that you made and have a better sounding speaker. So in summary, if you want to do this, this is a great DIY. I think anybody can do it if they're careful. If you have any questions, you should just call up Crutchfield. You can ask a lot of questions from Crutchfield. And then when it comes to buying the parts and, you know, like the kits, you can just, after you figure out what you want in Crutchfield, either give them some of the business, or, because they'll be great, that's their number one customer support, or just buy from Amazon or something and get a great deal and then hook it up yourself, and you'll save like $100 or $50. So it's a significant amount of money. Speaker wise, when you go upgrading these, Robert DIY's got a great DIY on how to open these doors, and it's pretty easy to get to these speakers. And I think I was having a discussion with him. I think these top speakers are dead when you do an aftermarket unit, but you know, you only really need the two in the front and two in the back, and it's going to sound great anyway. If you put like some good speakers like Infinities or whatnot in there, Kenwoods, you're going to have a great sounding stereo. Thanks, guys.